Hello, welcome to NOLA Stamping. I'm Barb Baldwin, and today we're going to continue on with the book binding, and we're going to do a cool book binding easel card. So this is part of the Crafty Copycat creations that I do with my sister-in-law, Christina, of Sunny Day Memories. If you want to see more creations, visit our Facebook page by searching Crafty Copycat Creations. So let's get started making the card. So I'm using a letter size garden green cardstock as my card base, and I'm going to cut a regular sheet into two at 4¼ inches. So I have two pieces that are 4¼ inches by 11 inches. Then I rotate the card base and score at 4¼ and 5½. So the next part is really where the magic happens with this fun fold. So what you want to do is go ahead and crease those folds. So that makes the bookbind part of the fun fold. And then what we're going to do is go just diagonally from the top right-hand corner to that bottom left hand where that fold shows up. And go ahead and just crease that fold and burnish the folds so that they're crisp. And you'll want that triangle on the front card. So next, what we're going to do is use some of the new Valley in Bloom paper. And I love these kinds of patterns that are all over the sheet, but sometimes they're hard to use on cards. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and cut that 12 by 12 sheet of paper at 4 inches. And then I'm going to cut each one of those at 4 inches also. So we'll be able to use one for that card front. And then for the interior, we're going to cut another piece in 4 again. And so then we're going to use the piece that has the most openness on the interior as the card sentiment. And then the other two, we're going to use those for the card fronts. I could pick one if I only wanted to make one card, but I thought that'd be fun to show you like a little bit of what some color choices can do to the exact same card. So I'm going to use Pretty Peacock and Blackberry Bliss, and we're just going to cut a small frame for that Lily of the Valley paper. And so we're going to cut a piece that's 4⅛ inch by 4⅛ inch. And I was just using my nail file to go through and make sure that all the edges weren't like crumbly, that they were just crisp. That's if you have like a couple little stragglers on your paper, like if your blade is getting a little dull or something, that's the perfect way on especially this thicker letter size paper to just clean up that paper, just the edges and stuff. Okay, so we'll need a piece that is 1 inch by 4 inches for the side of the bookbinding. So we're just going to go ahead and cut that at 1 inch on the top of my paper trimmer. And the Lily of the Valley paper has just a couple of really great options on some of the B-sides. So I really liked this paper. Once again, it's a full page graphic, but on the back they have a really cool pattern, and I usually will use smaller bits of paper, so I don't want to just keep it and not use it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut 1 inch off the top, which if I'm gonna use the paper in like a scrapbook or something later, I can still do that and just take out the inch at the top. Okay, so let's get to stamping. So for this paper, since there's a couple of good spots available, I'm going to go ahead and use the Springtime Scenes stamp and die set. It's pretty cool because it's got a bunch of floral and spring themes to it. So I thought it would be really good to just stamp directly on the paper without needing to do extra stuff. But since I'm doing 2 cards, I'll need an interior sentiment panel for the second card. So I'm practicing my stamping on a 4x4 piece of white cardstock that'll go on the inside of the second card. And then on that first card, I'm going to go ahead and stamp directly on that Lily of the Valley paper. And then for each of the card fronts, I'm going to match the color that we're going to use for the frames for each one of them. So for the frame that's Blackberry Bliss, I'll match the ink color for the front of that card, and for the Pretty Peacock one, I'll do the same. So we're going to go ahead and stamp directly on the Lily of the Valley paper. And we're just going to go ahead and find a nice little empty space and stamp the sentiment. And for the the sweet springtime sentiment, I just cut out a piece of white cardstock using the Stylish Shapes die set. And so, like, they only have a couple of banners, so that is always the same size. So I am cleaning off my stamps in between the two inks. I have a diaper wipe container, and I put the stamp chamois in there, and I just have it just slightly moist. And it gets really rough looking, but it works perfectly if you're in a hurry and want to go in between stamp colors. That way there's like no transfer for the color at all. So I think that that is just kind of a fantastic little hack. So let's go ahead and stamp that second bit, doing the exact same thing on the banner. And then the You Brighten My Day in the like clean area. So to match, I just want to make a little frame around the little flag. And I'm going to do that in the Blackberry Bliss version, but I think I forgot to do it with the Pretty Peacock. But it gives you an idea of what it looked like. So it'll bring in that same color as the frame and the ink. And then we'll just put it on that card front wherever we think it'll work best. But so obviously right side up. But it is nice to pull in that frame color a little bit. So I'm going to put that on the card front first, and then just trim off a little bit of the back so that the frame will show. So let's go ahead and put it on that 4 1/8 inch square frame. So the 4 inch by 4 inch will work perfectly. I'm just using my tape runner. This goes together really quickly. So I'm just going to go ahead and match the frame at the top and the bottom so that we've got about the same width for the border all the way across. And then we're going to take that 4 by 4 piece and we're going to put it on the inside as that interior sentiment, and we'll sort of match the same frame width all the way around. And then go ahead and use your tape runner or your adhesive and put tape on that little bookbinding portion. And then we're going to go ahead and add that 1 by 4 strip to the front of the card to decorate it up. And then here comes the hard part, is running the tape runner or the adhesive on the front part of the card. We want to make sure to only get the bottom part of the triangle. So then that way, when the card opens, it will open as an easel. So for the easel part to work, you're going to need something that will stop the easel so that people can go ahead and just use it and have it standing up on their desks or wherever they choose to display them. So the springtime scenes have a couple of really cool flowers. So I cut a set of their flowers out using the Blackberry Bliss and the Pretty Peacock. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to try and use the tape runner, but you can see the tape behind it. And so I'm not a huge fan of that look. So looking back at it, I would have gone back and used my liquid adhesive, which is what I should have used in the beginning. But I thought I would try and just sort of make it work. But you can see, like, if you've ever done it, it might not work the best. So let's go ahead and put the 2 pieces of the flower together. And then the smaller flowers have a little hole in the center. And instead of like trying to match up the hole or something, I thought perfect place to use like a holographic dot. But to use for the easel stopper, we are going to need a 3D foam dot. So put that on the back of the biggest flower and put that in the bottom right-hand corner in order to have that stopper. And then we're just going to go ahead and add those 3 flowers on as like an embellishment. And then we're going to add the 3D holographic dots as a little bit of bling for that cover of the card. And that is all there is to it. I love how quick and easy this card comes together. So I wanted to go ahead and take a quick minute and put together the second one so that you can see what the difference is. Just doing a small little thing like the color choice of the frame just changes the way that the card is. So I think the first card with the purple blackberry bliss really feels a little more feminine. And then the blue card, with the teal card with the pretty peacock, it still feels feminine, but it's a little, I don't know, just changing the color just seems to do a lot to change the feel of the card. And we're using everything just the same. We're putting everything together the same way. I'm just instead using the liquid adhesive instead of using the tape runner on the backs of the flowers. And I did change up the banner for the front of the peacock card. I forgot to put the frame around it. But these cards go together so quick and easy. I really hope that you enjoy doing them. And I would really love to see your version of it. I think that once you start making them, you will just make a ton of them because they are so quick and easy, but I love how nice everything looks. I really have enjoyed doing the bookbinding fun fold card adventure this month. So don't forget to check back again next month to see what we're doing for the Crafty Copycat Creations Challenge. And if you make one, I would love to see one. If you could post it in our public Facebook group. And don't forget to stay crafty.